The lights are set.
The Tower Ballroom is calling us in.
It is now our moment.
Welcome back to Strictly Secrets. What a show at the weekend with Blackpool. It was absolutely amazing. But this weekend coming up, we've got something super exciting because it's the return of the dance-a-thon, which actually hasn't been around, can you believe this, since 2018. There is probably good reason for that because the last time they did it, technical difficulties were at play.
I've conferred with my fellow adjudicators. We've lost the board, but anyway, I'll keep going.
So let's just recap what this is. So all the couples will perform the main dance in the show. They'll then shimmy back onto the dance floor and they'll do a samba. So we'll have a sambathon. The judges then eliminate the couples one by one until a winner is crowned. And couples basically have to impress the judges. They're scored from, I think it is like one person gets 1 point, another gets 2 points, and so on. And this means that the sambathon could actually have a real impact on who stays and leaves the competition. How are you feeling about it? Are you excited?
I'm so excited. And I think this is a great way to... It literally puts everyone on a level playing field.
Yeah, that's so true.
I think the thing with Strictly is it's so hard to compare couples during the weeks because everyone has a different theme.
Yeah.
People are doing different dances. It's so hard to compare side by side.
True.
And I think this is a brilliant way to just put everyone on the dance floor,
Yeah.
literally, and you know, no one has got any fancy props, you know, costumes.
Yeah,
it's all the same.
A level playing field.
A level
dance
playing
floor.
field.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, in recent weeks, everyone talks about, you know, has Strictly become a little bit tired, you know, viewing figures.
Yeah.
And this could be a really good way to spice it up, I think.
I think so, especially as after it went in 2018, it hasn't been back since. So it's almost like it's kind of a breath of fresh air that we need for Strictly. I mean, I think your point is so good because they're all literally going to be doing the exact same thing. Let's not, you know, hope that something like 2018 happens. That was a bit of a disaster, wasn't it? So let's just recap that. So it was a technical glitch that happened when the tablets that they were using stopped working. So Shirley was forced to resort to her notes and she began reading the scores in the wrong order. Then Bruno Tonioli intervened and reversed the order, reading from last to first. Then there was another awkward moment where Shirley read out Charles Venn's name but said his partner was Diane Buswell instead of Karen. So it just sounds like it was one disaster after the next. I mean, technology hopefully has advanced slightly, but it's not changed that much. What do you think? Could the same happen?
I mean, I remember watching, I think it was on It Takes Two, and they showed the clip again, and it was actually so funny. I almost wish something will happen again on Saturday night because, yeah, just seeing them all fumbling and bumbling over their lines was hilarious. But yeah, hopefully they've learned from their mistakes in 2018. But it's quite hard because I suppose you're sort of looking at everyone's sort of looking the same.
Exactly. It must be a bit of chaos.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole point of it, though, is to be a bit chaotic, isn't it? And to like
Definitely.
really, you know, and also if something goes wrong, it gives us something to talk about next week. So I hope something goes. No, I'm joking. But I mean, dance-a-thon will be really, really good. Also, you had a little look earlier. We've got the dances for next week.
Yes.
Which is super exciting.
Let me get these up.
Obviously they're going to do that, aren't they, before the sambathon? So who have we got? What have we got going on?
So we have Montel and Johannes, and they will be performing the quick step to Get Happy.
Nice.
Sarah and Vito will be doing a rumba to Chains.
I can see that.
Tasha and Aliash will be performing an American Smooth to Someone You Loved by Lewis Capaldi.
I feel like they need a bit of a slow dance like that.
Definitely.
It's been a while.
Chris and Diane will be doing the Paso Doble.
Love it.
Jamie and Michelle, the Foxtrot to Stand By Me.
Oh, that's a beautiful song.
Definitely. And JB and Lauren will be performing a Charleston, which is always
Fun.
super fun.
Yeah.
And
keeps us on our toes.
exactly. And Pete and Javita will be doing a tango to Easy Lover. So
Oh, is that where it's like, I'm an easy lover? So I think he needs that, right? Because this takes us smoothly on to what I wanted to talk about with Pete. So I actually think that Pete doing this kind of dance will be so good because he's kind of been a bit of a sex symbol on the show, which is great. Everyone loves a sex symbol on Strictly. But he's been given these dances that have had a bit of backlash in the respect that fans have said, you know, he's being a caricature of himself, that he's kind of like the joke act. So I think Easy Lover, I don't know what you think, but I think that would be quite a good one for him.
I think it will really depend on the costumes
True,
that they put him in. I think that has been what has been getting Pete through with the votes. I mean, can we just talk about the bright pink
he looks
latex
so good.
trousers from last week?
Anytime Pete wears latex, I think it goes down an absolute treat with fans. So,
exactly.
You know.
So I think, you know, fashion department might have a little bit more fun this week. But I think, you know what, if that is his selling point, that's his selling point.
Totally.
Everyone has their own USP, and that if that's his, then
well,
so be it.
Is he, I mean, how is he, I love Pete, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people are saying he's kind of sailing through this competition without having he's not the best dancer, let's face it. Let's call a spade a spade. Motzi said, Pete, I loved it for all the wrong reasons in Blackpool, and she said, I wish the dancing had supported it. They received 27 points out of a possible 40, including a 4 from Craig. We are heading towards the final. These are pretty low scores. Strictly for me, at the moment, would it be the same if Pete wasn't in it, though? So I think everyone needs a Pete.
Yeah, I think it does need that little bit of fun. You know, it's a dance competition.
Yeah.
No one's going to go on to become a professional dancer after this. It's
You
just a
never
little
know.
bit of fun,
You
and you
never
never
know.
know. But it is just fun, and I think people forget that. You know, a
Yeah.
show, you need every sort of character to make Strictly.
Totally.
I think perhaps when it gets to the point that really good dancers are going home, maybe then people will get a little bit annoyed that Pete is just sailing through.
That's true, because we've not had a good dancer go home yet. We have, but not one of the big,
strong ones.
Yeah.
But then the people that are voting for him are the people at home, and if they want to see Pete on the show,
they want to see
Pete on the show.
They want to see those pink latex trousers. Who can blame them? That's actually a good point you made, though. I wonder if anyone wants to become a professional dancer after the show. That would be so cool, wouldn't it?
It is a life skill. I mean,
is.
Look at Sarah Hadland. She's completely
she's doing
so well.
Yeah.
And this is something that you could take on if you do stage shows, etc.
Yeah,
couldn't you?
totally.
So.
Well, Sarah Hadland, we were going to talk about her because when she was in Blackpool, a lot of people have said she's kind of made a big mistake by, you know, they did that really, her and Vito did such a sexy routine, but they did it on kind of a table on the dance floor, and Blackpool's known for its springy dance floor. And they said she just didn't make use of it, and in fact, a lot of people said she barely even danced and has been overmarked. But I think she's a dark horse of the competition. I could see her maybe in the final.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I think she could win it.
Do you?
I do. I think she will win it.
Bold claim.
Only because, as well, you know, you're on Instagram, you're flicking through, and you've obviously got Miranda, who is her really close friend and her co-star, doing these videos, and I think obviously, you know, following Miranda's book that's come out.
Yeah,
People
totally.
are huge Miranda fans, and that is also building up her fan base
It is.
as well. So Sarah's almost got her Instagram, Vito's Instagram, and Miranda.
That's so true. So she's
Yeah.
got a lot of votes coming in. No, she's amazing. We've got to talk about one mum in the audience. Jamie Borthwick's mum was actually spotted rolling her eyes when Motzi Mabuse gave him feedback. So they performed an amazing jive to the Ketchup song, and Motzi actually had really positive feedback for him, but she did say that your standing leg just a little bit, it didn't give you that kind of vibration that you need so you can absorb the music. You have a sort of absorption on your ankle that we didn't have. Anyway, she said, besides that, I thought it was an amazing way to end the show. But then it panned to his mum, and I'm not even kidding. She did a proper eye roll. She was like, not having any of it. But it must be hard sitting in the audience, and she probably sees her son dance and thinks, wow. You know, because he's done so well. And then to hear that feedback, I don't know.
Essentially, the judges are there to judge. And,
I know, I think we forget that.
And, you know, that's only going to make him better. So what's his mum eye-rolling in the audience for? It's embarrassing.
She just wants him to do well. She's like, come on. So finally, we need to talk about Neil. I mean, he has infuriated fans because apparently he's been trying to distract when they're in the Clauditorium by kind of fiddling with his fellow pros' outfits. I actually have seen him do this before. I didn't think anything of it, but now it's had quite a lot of backlash with a lot of people saying he's kind of, you know, bless Neil doesn't have a partner. And he is such a great dancer. But a lot of people online are saying he's kind of trying to muscle into the shot. I don't know if you've seen it.
I think this year, the Clauditorium is...
Chaos.
It's chaos. It's completely chaos. But, you know, Look, Neil is like cheeky.
Yeah.
He likes to have a bit of fun, and I think, you know what, he hasn't got a dance partner anymore, you know, so let him have a little bit of fun.
But he was literally plucking pieces of Janice's outfit off him, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? But yeah, Neil is fantastic, and the Clauditorium, may it long continue, it's brilliant.
Definitely.
Right, we always do this when we end Strictly Secrets, we love to do this. We want to talk about who do we think, because we're nearing the final, who's going to be the top 3? Who's going to make it?
So for me, I think Sarah.
Okay, well, she's your winner.
Sarah, Chris.
And in second?
In second or first. Chris and Sarah, second or first. And Tasha, because I always think there is always that sort of person with that professional dance experience, that semi-professional dance experience, that is always in the final, but probably doesn't scoop the win because I hate the word, but they haven't gone on as much of a journey.
True. We had that last year, didn't we? With Nikita,
exactly.
And, his partner. And okay, so mine would be Chris. I think will win. I think it would be really shocking if he didn't win personally. Then I think Pete, I just love him and I really want him to get through.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my winners, I guess. My top 3 finally would be Jamie. I didn't pay him any attention for half the series, and now suddenly I'm like, he is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
How long have we got till the final? Not long.
Not long at all.
A matter of weeks.
It's the run up till Christmas.
Yeah!
Now, isn't it?
Bring it on. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and please like, comment and share your views beneath. We always read it, and we'll see you after the Sambathon. Can't wait.